Hi, hello everyone. I am Khalil Ahmed, Assistant Professor of Physics, and the outline of my presentation is the aerial velocity and its derivation. Now, what exactly the aerial velocity? Aerial velocity is nothing but the area covered between the time t. Suppose when a particle moves along a curve, the rate of change of area swept by the particle is known as aerial velocity. Every particle in solar system has aerial velocity. The sun, the earth, all the planets and also the motion of an electron in an atom have aerial velocity. The concept of aerial velocity play an important role in the study of motion under the influence of a central force. An example is the force of gravitational attraction. In this case, aerial velocity is constant. Now let's derive the expression for aerial velocity. Now let us consider a particle on a plane, that is the xy plane, in a curved path. Let r represent the position vector at A. Let the particle move from A to B in a short interval of time del t, very small time. Its position vector change from r to r plus del r. We know that the position sweeps out the area of a triangle OAB during the time del t. That is the aerial velocity. Now let us consider a three coordinate system in which the particle A moves in a xy plane at a time t. This r represents the position vector at a time t. After some time t plus del t, the new position is B. Now from vector addition, we can say that the OB is equal to OA plus AB. Therefore, it's become R plus del R. And also we define the velocity at a point A is nothing but V is equal to del R by del T. Now let's draw a parallelogram OABC. We know that the area of parallelogram in a vector notation is the cross product of the sides, that is the r into del r. Now A represents the area of a triangle, which is nothing but the area of a triangle OAB is nothing but the area swept by position vector in the time del t. And also we define the area of a triangle is nothing but half of the area of the parallelogram. We know that the area of parallelogram in vector notation is the cross product of the sides, that is the r cross del r. We call it as the equation 1. Now this is nothing but the area swept by radius vector in unit time is called the aerial velocity and is given by dA by dt, which is equal to limit of delta t tends to 0, del A by del t, which is equal to limit of delta t tends to 0, that is you substitute the value of A, half into r cross del r by del t. Now this limit stands to suppose at a time t is equal to 0, the particle at A, when the time t becomes del t, then the particle at a B. Now from 0 to t, what exactly the velocity, that is the aerial velocity, is taken? If you talk about the velocity, it is a distance traveled by time taken, but the limit we are saying the what exactly at that area, instantaneously changing with the time t, we can calculate the area. That is the aerial velocity, del A by del t. Now this becomes dA by dt is equal to half into r into dr by dt. Now this is nothing but the velocity of a particle at a point A. We know that Suppose the angular velocity v can be defined in terms of linear velocity v and the radius of a circle. That is the angular velocity omega, which is equal to linear velocity divided by radius of the circle. That is the omega is equal to v by r, or v is equal to omega cross r. Now we can substitute that value in terms of linear velocity v. Therefore, dA by dt, that is the derivative of a by dt, which is equal to half into r cross omega cross r. You can substitute the value of linear velocity in equation 2. So you call it as the equation 3. Now, by using vector triple product, that is a vector cross b vector cross c, which is equal to b vector cross a vector dot c into minus c vector cross a vector dot b. In the same way, r vector cross omega vector cross r vector, which is equal to omega vector into r dot r minus r vector into omega dot r. We know that you can also use, by using a dot product properties, that is a dot b is equal to ab cos theta, where theta is the angle between a and b. In the same way, a dot b is equal to 0, the angle between angular velocity and the position vector is exactly the 90 degree. If cos 90 is 0, therefore this term omega dot r is equal to 0. The whole term becomes 0. Then the equation becomes r vector cross omega vector cross r, which is equal to r square into omega. Now, from this relation, equation 3 becomes derivative of a divided by dt is equal to half r square omega. Now, half r square omega into n cap, where n cap is the unit vector along angular velocity omega. So therefore, derivative of a by t, which is equal to half r square, you can write the angular velocity is nothing but d theta by dt into n cap. We call it as the equation 4, which is nothing but the expression for aerial velocity when a particle moving in a plane curved path. Thank you very much.